I think it's more a commentary on evil in general. Is it a rejection of God or is it a rejection of religion? And his God is music. His worship is music. Hello and welcome to the Brothers Random Show. My name is Travis.
I'm Michael.
And we are two ordinary brothers discussing extraordinary ideas and some random shit. Michael, why are we here?
Today we are discussing the film Sinners with Michael B. Jordan.
We got us a problem now.
What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party.
This world already left you for dead.
I can save you from your fate.
Hey, I ain't mean to scare you. Thought y'all done forgot about me in here. Come on, open the door, let on out of here.
Stay. It's you?
Of course it's me, open the door.
That ain't your brother.
We wanted to review Sinners that just came out on HBO Max because there's not a lot in the theaters right now that we want to see. So we're going back to the things that we want to review that have already been out. This came out in April, so it's been out for a little while.
Sinners is directed by Ryan Coogler and written by Ryan Coogler. If you don't know who he is, he directed Black Panther. I think when he's not dealing with Marvel, he's probably better off.
You're goddamn right.
We're going to say initial thoughts, and then we're going to get into spoilers later in the review. One of the things that I really need to point out here is that probably the fifth lead of this movie is music, not just American blues and jazz music, but also Irish folk music. There is so much packed into this movie musically. Mm-hmm. And this is pretty much a love letter to music. I would even venture to say that it has vibes of a musical in it.
A musical. In fact, yeah, I was going to say that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
Like, is this a musical?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of...
Yes, it's very interesting there because you and I both grew up on musicals, Rodgers and Hammerstein. Our mother was very musically inclined and she loved old musicals.
Sound of Music.
Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain.
All that stuff.
That was good in Singing in the Rain.
This movie does similar, just has random moments where people sing and dance. And it really works in this movie. It's not jarring. It's not it didn't put me off. I found it very, very interesting. My initial thoughts are, I liked this movie. There are some very strange moments in it that initially put me off, but now that I think about them,
you kind of have to warm up to it a little bit.
Yeah, you do have to warm up to it. Yeah.
It was surprising. There were times that it's very artsy. Yes. And there were times I was kind of surprised, but I've kind of got this whole take on this because this is original IP, and I love that it is original IP, and I allowed myself to kind of just be taken for the ride
into this world. The world building is amazing in this movie. The world building is phenomenal.
Yeah, because if this was a redo of some other IP, then we would sit there and be like, why are they having this musical stuff? And why are they doing this? And then we would criticize it to where, no, it doesn't fit and it shouldn't have been done, right? But since this is all original, it's kind of just like, hey, hold on, just allow this you're here for the ride here. Just allow this to kind of happen. And and when I kind of allowed for that, I liked it more. I was just like, hey, I'm being entertained here. I'm part of this.
And I have a buddy who's a pretty talented musician, and he has a lot of jazz background. And he kind of explained that's how jazz or blues is, and jazz and blues are different, but and I'm making a mistake of making them the same, but he says that's kind of how it is you let it soak over you. And you let it, because it's meant to kind of flow. You're not meant to like, and you're meant to feel it. And that's with any music, really. There's some amazing guitar riffs. The same guy who did the music for this did the music for the last couple of Christopher Nolan movies. His name's Ludwig Göransson, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But he's doing some really, really amazing stuff. There's a certain riff in this when one of the main characters is trying to roll a cigarette, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And that got me. I think that was probably my favorite part of the movie, but that's in a spoiler section, and we can discuss that later. Your overall thoughts?
I was entertained after having watched the whole thing. I actually decided that I liked it. There were enough things that I could see why some people hated it.
I hate this place, this zoo, this prison.
And there were enough things where I feel like I liked it.
This movie takes place in Jim Crow South in the 1930s, Mississippi.
1932, I think.
And so it lends itself to race stuff. And I think people are sensitive to a lot of race stuff these days. And so that's what put a lot of people off about this movie. I think it doesn't define itself by the race stuff. It's just a component to the movie, which,
well, I was there for it too, because like it's a cultural period piece. Like I would have felt more out of place if there were a bunch of white people all in it. Like that would have felt out of place. I was fine with it, and they had one or two white characters that were part of it. Well,
bad guys.
And then the one is the original kind of bad guy, which you learn really quick that this one is the bad guy. Which right away, because like first scene you see him like steaming.
Yeah, steaming from,
and you're like
yeah.
That's a vampire. If you know what you're kind of getting into, you kind of like, that's a vampire.
It would have been amazing to have seen this movie without having seen the trailers
and not knowing
not knowing anything about it.
Yeah,
like that would have been.
I think that would have been kind of fun, because
that would have been fun.
You would be like, oh, zombies? What is going on?
What's going on?
Was this? And I thought it was cool that the Indians were hunting him.
I thought that was pretty cool.
And this isn't spoilers, because this happened at the very beginning. But they're Indians that are hunting him, and you're like, ooh,
that's
what do the
cool.
Indians know?
What do the Indians
something.
know?
Something's up.
And it was really, I thought that was pretty special. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a whole other like series or movie in this
about
universe,
the Indian hunters?
About the Indian hunters.
And it could be like the same thing. You would dive into the 1930s culture of Indians at the time.
Yeah, at the Indians at the time. That would be so cool.
All right. Ryan
Coogler,
on, guys.
Please watch this and do that.
Warner Brothers. Was it Warner Brothers?
Warner Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
So supposedly, I found out a little bit about this. Supposedly, he got a unprecedented deal for this movie. What the deal was is that he retains the rights to this movie as well as back-end grosses. Which is almost unheard of. Usually you get paid and the studio owns the rights to your work after that. And this is an unheard of deal. I think George Lucas got his for Star Wars, and those are the only two times like in movie histories that happened. Which if this did very well, so it just made Ryan Coogler probably a very wealthy man. He was probably rich to begin with because he was probably paid pretty well for Black Panther. But
real quick, let's get into the numbers, because that's not a spoiler or anything. But made for 90 million and made 300 and
300 and change,
which is pretty great.
That-
I mean,
yeah,
if you
that's-
think about on
yeah.
a 90 million budget and then made that, you're kind of like, whoo, that's awesome.
Awesome.
I thought the cinematography in this is amazing. The every time they showed the vampires, they had red in their eyes when they were, and everything else on their face is dark. That's phenomenal. Like we've seen that before, but the way they did it in this is it felt like animals. Like when you're driving at night and you'll see in your headlights, you'll see a reflection of eyes out, like a dog or deer, and it had that effect, that animalistic effect to it, which I thought was really well done in this. Any other thoughts on it before we get into spoilers?
It just, when you watch it, strap in for an artsy film, because it is very artsy. In fact, I would say it pushes the envelope a little bit. It does kind of stretch belief a little bit. In fact, if you're not careful, it kind of takes you out a bit.
Yeah. And you're like, what's going on here?
Exactly.
And then you got to realize that the music is just drawing you in, which is why the music had to be really, really good. And it is. It's really, really good.
Good.
Yeah. And so you kind of have to just allow for that. And that kind of going in, you can enjoy the film even more than if you kind of pull back and you're like, this is dumb, or something like that. I don't like how they're doing this. Michael B. Jordan was great.
Michael B. Jordan is phenomenal in this film. He plays two separate characters. How they did this for 190 million with having to CG his face onto another person is beyond me, but he plays two separate characters, two brothers, twins, and he is phenomenal in this. He gives a different vibe to each one.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal. It's really hard to do that as an actor, but he's doing it all through this movie.
Apparently they used AI quite a lot in this film.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, and I don't know exactly how, but, or how that worked out, but, apparently that was utilized pretty heavily in it.
Wow.
Depicting the twin characters interacting, the filmmakers used a specialized halo rig along with digital face replacement to achieve the desired effect.
Interesting.
And also Rising Sun Pictures, a visual effects agency, used its machine learning tool called Revise to improve the quality of complex visual effects in the film.
Interesting.
So AI was utilized quite a bit in this film. So that's kind of, anyway, that's kind of neat.
Jack O'Connell, who plays the lead vampire, does a excellent job as an Irish vampire. Delroy Lindo, he's a standout performance. And newcomer Miles Cadden, he's the blues player in this, and he's phenomenal as well. It's his first movie. He's never done anything else.
But he does play blues.
But he does play. I think that's really him, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Okay.
So,
I love actually kind of losing yourself in the period, as well as the culture. I thought that was great. One thing there's in the beginning, there's a one shot that's really, I felt like captured a lot of Jim Crow and everything else, because you had the daughter of the store owner that owned two storefronts, one on the white side and one on the black side.
Yes.
And you had a single shot of the daughter going to get the mother. She walks across the street and you see it shows that they're all black on one side of the street, and then she walks across the street and they're all white on the other side of the street.
Other side. And it's very subtle. It's very subtle.
It was a phenomenal shot. In fact, I kind of was like loving the film by the time this shot. I was just like,
and the mother's running like the cash
film.
Register in the
white shot, in the white
shot,
people shot.
and the dad's
she goes
running.
and she she's like,
it's
here,
perfect.
dad needs you, go over there. And then then it follows her back. So it's all one shot. And I was just like, damn, that is so cool.
Good. And it shows all the intricacies of the world in that one shot. And you gather information as you go. It was really, 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 really cool.
Yeah. And it's like, oh shit. Yeah, this is Jim Crow. Like,
there's a separation.
There's
in
a
this
separation.
town. Yep.
Like the whole thing just it just spoke. It's like, it's kind of like that saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
It just showed it to you. It didn't have to say anything. It just showed it to you. I thought it was just brilliant. I've heard some criticism saying that the white people were the bad guys. I didn't really see that. And we can kind of get into that in spoilers.
Should we get into spoilers then?
Sure.
Spoilers now.
So it shows kind of towards the beginning, shows a vampire, and he comes into a house and they invite him in.
Yeah. So this is part of the lore. The vampire lore, you have to invite a vampire.
A vampire in.
This goes back to demons. Most humans invite demons into their lives.
The belief that a vampire must be invited into a house originates from the various folklore and fictional sources. It's a common trope that often symbolizes consent, free will, and the sanctity of one's home in the face of supernatural threats. Some theories suggest the origin of this trope comes from the ancient ideas about homes being sacred spaces.
It's pretty standard vampire lore. I got a question to ask you. Why make the original vampires, Irish? I've got a theory about the Irish. There's a point in this where they have an Irish jig. Why make the main bad guy an Irish vampire? Well, first of all, I think it might be a callback to Bram Stoker, who was Irish.
Okay.
And he wrote Dracula. Also, the Irish, when they first immigrated to the United States, were treated as second-class citizens. There was even storefronts where they would put signs out in the front that said no Irish allowed. They were treated very much like the Jim Crow South. And I think that runs a parallel to this. So the only white person who's non-racist in this movie is the girl played by Haley Steinfeld. I don't know the character's name. And him. And because he doesn't care about the race. I think it's also because if he was Irish, he came over from Ireland, he's experienced bigotry as well. So that's my theory on why they
use an Irishman to be,
because he wasn't racist. He didn't say anything that I can remember that was racially charged. He was actually friendly to them. I think this is a metaphor that evil doesn't care about race.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where he's like, "Oh, come join us. We're really living." That kind of whole.
There's a lot of people saying that it's cultural appropriation because he wants the musician, because the musician has the history within his music of his people. Because the other character in this is music, it's very interesting that he's trying to get the musician, the cousin that plays the guitar really well. I didn't take it as cultural appropriation. I took it as evil will take anything. It doesn't matter. Evil doesn't care about race, because evil happens in every race. You could go to China and, the Mao Zedong, that stuff was evil. You got evil stuff in Germany with Hitler, in Russia with Stalin. We had evil in our country with Jim Crow, so it's like evil doesn't care about race.
To the critics who say, they're like, well, the white people are the bad ones, and then all the black people are good. That's, I mean, the white people are the vampires just for a minute, and then they start getting black people that are vampires, and pretty soon it's like 50-50. Like, but I mean, basically it's just vampires against people who are not vampires, and that's it.
Yeah. We're all sensitive to it because everything's racially charged, but I don't think they were deliberately trying to make all the white people bad. I think it was a commentary on how evil doesn't really discriminate between, and good doesn't discriminate between white and black. It doesn't discriminate between any races, because they have an Asian couple that you were mentioning earlier, the store owners. This is what's so great about this movie, is I think it's more a commentary on evil in general.
And now for something completely different.
This movie unfortunately has like 3 endings to it, which I don't know how I feel about. My favorite scene in the movie is a tacked on scene right before he kills the Klansmen, which I think that scene would have been more effective had they shown up in their robes and he had just wiped them all out with his Tommy gun if they had shown up in robes.
Right.
I think that scene would have been way more effective, is when he gets the jump on these Klansmen.
Well, it's some gunplay, and we didn't really get
a lot of gunplay
throughout. But yeah, so
I really did like that scene. But you kind of get the idea that he's a violent man who's lived in a violent world, and he dies violently.
Well, and he also at that point had lost everything.
Lost everything, so he had nothing really to lose.
Yeah.
And I really liked the scene where he's dying and his wife and baby are sitting there.
That was sweet.
Didn't that kind of touch you? And it wasn't dorky, and you kind of got the feeling that he was hallucinating too. And he kept coming back to the Klansman who's dying at his feet, and then he just blows that guy away and then dies himself.
Well, he brought him back. He was having his hallucination.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Klansman brought him back, and he was like, I didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was the
scene, moment,
the whole scene was actually quite interesting. Like, it starts out with him trying to wrap a cigarette.
That musical cue is the one I was talking about, when he's trying to roll his cigarette.
Yeah.
He can't because he's shaken, and he's been so shaken by what he's experienced through the night. I thought that musical cue was absolutely phenomenal. I love really great musical cues, and Ludwig did his job on that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a guitar riff to it, and it's so great, and it speaks volumes when he's not saying a word.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kills all the Klansmen, and that's just kind of like a button on the whole story. And then it shoots to the 90s. So the religious undertones in this movie are we to believe that he rejected God and went with music instead? The musician, because his father's sitting there in the church telling him, drop the guitar, boy, drop the guitar.
Yeah.
And then the next scene you see him driving away. And then the next scene you see him, he's in his 90s and he's playing blues at a club, and Stack walks in.
Yeah.
Because Stack's lived forever.
It's weird because
is it a rejection of God, or is it a rejection of religion? And his God is music. His worship is music.
I don't know, because there's also a play on baptism when they are out in the water at the end.
Yes, at the
night
end, when he's fighting.
When they're out in the water,
the last
and the
fight
sun
with the Irish
rises and it
vampire.
burns all the vampires. That is a play on baptism. Like, it was interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's the religious undertones.
What they were doing. What's that?
The religious undertones are phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah,
and I can't wrap my head around whether the Ryan Coogler, the filmmaker, is actually saying reject religion, or is he saying find your worship?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a pro or a con. Like if it's pro or con, I'm not sure exactly
But
what
that's
it.
this is what's
But
so
that's
great
what's
about
cool.
a good movie.
That's
It makes
That's
you
what's
think
great about
this
a
shit.
movie. Is like it's got these kind of deeper undertones, and you're not exactly sure what it's saying, but maybe you're able to take it how you want to, just like music.
Mm-hmm.
With music, you know, a song could mean something to you that it doesn't mean to me, and it means something.
Exactly. Yeah,
right.
exactly.
And that's kind of the point of music, and that's why a lot of artists, that people, when they ask them, what does it mean when you say these lyrics,
what's your
in
song mean?
They'll be like, listen, it's a song. It's art. You interpret it how you want it to. I don't want to tell you what these lyrics mean, because then it's like I'm putting it on you. You interpret it how you want to. And a lot of artists, I've heard at least a few in interviews talk like that. So it kind of seems like that's what this film is doing. It's not exactly sure what it's telling you, but maybe that's for your interpretation, and that's fun. I like that.
I do too. I think movies with brothers always really hit me differently, mainly because I'm a part of a brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved the interaction between them. Smoke is the really serious one. And he's always, being really serious, and Stack's the playful one, and Stack's the one that gets turned into a vampire and lives forever. It seems like even when Stack's lived forever, he's still pining for his brother. He's still kind of like, I wish he would have joined me in this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a good movie. At first it put me off. At first there was moments where, like the spitting scene, that was gross. That grossed me out. Where she's drooling and they're having sex, and he's like, "Hey, just spit in my mouth," and I was like, "Oh, oh," like that put me off right away.
My run.
Some of the shots in this where he comes in and the cousin, I'm supposed to get this guy, but he shuts the door and he goes, he's like, he's getting nookie.
Yeah, he's getting nookie.
He's like, I don't care, go get him.
He's like, well, I'm not going to do that.
And then he's getting eaten.
The one shot,
the oneers,
the
other one shot. Yeah,
they were so good. Some of the oneers were really good. The whole scene in the creek when they're fighting, and he's talking, and he hits him with the guitar, breaks the guitar on the vampire's head. Really interestingly shot. I mean, with the red eyes. The whole time I'm just going, this is so cool looking with the red eyes, because you see dark over their faces, and then you see just the red eyes, and
and their teeth, their red eyes and their teeth,
and it's just
those
really
would be kind of the
done. Yeah. And the music is phenomenal in the whole thing. At the beginning, I was kind of getting offended because every white person's turned out to be, and I'm like, okay, are we doing this again? But it just turned out that that's how it is. It's just how it is. In Jim Crow South, I'm sure that's how it was.
Well, they were painting a picture of the time. Yeah,
for sure.
The racism that was kind of shown in this film, I didn't have like a huge problem with it, because it was showing times. Also, I didn't see a lot of them whining about it. It was kind of just like, it's like, we're just going to go do our thing.
Yeah, it's what it is.
It was just kind of what it was. And I think that was actually kind of
refreshing,
kind of neat to see, because it was just like, we don't care. We're just going to go. We got our stuff to do. We're going to go do our stuff. And that was kind of it. I'm a gun guy. And I loved seeing a bunch of the guns, the Tommy gun, the 1911s.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun to see these different guns in the kind of the time period.
Older guns.
It honestly, it made me want to see more period pieces.
Yes.
I think I'm tired of modern films. I think we should go back to period pieces for reals. Like 1930s, 1920s, 1930s, 1940s. We should be seeing like tons of these films that are interesting things happening, at these time periods, because I don't know, like, hey, you know what? The men were men and women were women, and I was there for it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I liked the music. One thing, when the music was coming through in this, you hear a voiceover talk about the music and how it connects time and space and stuff. And that's when you start seeing these dancers come in, and it's like, this is the 1930s. But then you see these dancers come in, and they're like obviously from the 80s. And they're like coming in, and
it's all in one shot. It's all in one shot.
Wait, whoa, what? And it took me out for a second.
It took you out. It does take you out of it,
because they had enveloped you so well into the 1930s. I was loving the world building that was happening, and it was just like, this is the 1930s, and they are doing a good job of enveloping me into it. So it took me out for a second, but it took a minute, and I was just like, all right, calm down. It's okay. Like, this is, they're trying to invoke something. They're trying to show something.
Yes. Yeah.
And once I kind of allowed for that, and I could imagine, because somebody I watched it with, she was like, I thought it was dumb. So did not like the film, but I liked it.
But
so I can see how some people might look at this.
But I grew to like it. Like, at first I didn't like it. I was like, what the hell is this? What is going on?
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait a second. Oh, this is what they're trying to do. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that it is rejecting religion, and that it's saying music
is the religion.
I'm
Okay.
thinking,
you're probably right.
I'm thinking that's what it is, because I know people who are so obsessed with music that that's all they really care about.
Right.
And I get that, because music is a phenomenon that nobody can really explain, and music connects people.
Yeah.
Especially in an environment like this, where they're dancing, where they're enjoying, where they're accepting.
I've had spiritual experiences at rock concerts. I'm serious. I mean, so it's,
I get it
for reals. I get it. Yeah.
Something about music.
Yeah.
All right. We'll call it. Check us out on social media, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just look for The Sword in the Skull.
And if you liked this, you are the subscriber we are looking for.
Until next time, keep reading, keep listening, keep watching, learn more. We'll see you, brother.
See ya.
There you go, son. Now get out of here. You're bothering.